Right, I'm now live streaming Harry Potter Chamber Secrets PS2. Um, I'm not sure if you can see the feed or what it looks like because my preview window is just buggered for some reason. It's not showing me the preview. It just keeps saying there's an error, so I don't actually know what that looks like to people. But I've got a little bit to do with it, but we'll see. So I've increased the brightness, no, decreased the brightness a little bit, and raised the sharpness quite a bit to compensate for the last one. It seemed very poor quality when I played it back. You'll also notice at the right hand side there you can see the chat window. So when your comments get posted, they will appear up on the chat window there so people can follow through with the conversation because unfortunately the comments you post in the live chat don't end up getting transferred to the proper comments section after the stream's completed. So basically you couldn't see anything. Now we had, just going to check this sound's working, which it is. Just turn down the volume a bit. Slow enough as it is. Before I start, can you just let me know whether you can see this, because I haven't got a clue. Let me know in the comments before I do anything, and while I do that I will go and get some juice before I obviously start proper, okay? Okay, just as I said in the comments, can you let me know if I'm streaming okay? Because I don't know what I'll check the preview just now just to see if it is working. I'm pretty sure it is. I just keep saying an error has occurred for some reason, so I'm not sure whether you can see the stream or not, which is annoying. I'll do one final check before I thingy. Just check the live. Yeah, the live. I'm looking at the public view, and you can see it fine. So I will start streaming now. I know I wasted a whole 3.5 minutes checking that, but because I've never done continuing streams and it seemed to work before, I just wanted to make sure. So we're continuing with Harry Potter Chamber Secrets PS2 in this, and in the first live stream, I had gotten up to the end of the first day of Hogwarts. I just reloaded from the save that I took, which has put me here. So luckily we don't have to go through any of this, but I'm just going to not do that. I'm going to end the day. Now, as before, please comment. Your comments will appear on the feed, so even if I don't respond to it, you will know that it's been there. So just be aware of that. So yeah. And it kind of obscures part of the gameplay. I'm sorry about that, but I can't get it as a square block properly because it's widescreen almost. I tried to get it as a block, but it wasn't having it. So what I've done is I basically left it widescreen, cropping into the video feed a bit, and just set it to a little bit being transparent, so it's there but you can still see what's behind it. Now over here there is a card which we are going to open. Just let me know if that is too sharp and I'll dull the sharpness. Hopefully we get a lot more people on the stream this time around, but we'll see.
Morning, Ron. Do you know what class we've got?
I also turned down my microphone volume, it was quite loud. I turned the boost from 3 down to 2 just to see what it sounds like. Hopefully it sounds just as okay as before. Now what's the next item on this board actually? I'm not going to try and get them all, but I like getting as many as I can.
Ouch!
Oh, who's this?
I still can't get over how you and Weasley arrived in that flying car. Classic.
Well, we don't care what you think. I find it funny how this is the Gryffindor common room and the only people in it are Percy and this random no-named person. No one else is here. Is that all Gryffindor house consists of? Ron, Hermione, random people like Oliver Wood and Percy Weasley. Is that it? Never mind. And over here are a bunch of, well, 2 Ravenclaws and a Gryffindor who you can't really trade with because you don't have the cards for them to trade with yet. So let's...
I collect famous witches and wizards cards. Do you?
Well, I do, but not for the reason that I'm
61.
talking to you for.
For a number 77, Norval Twonk. I don't have that card.
I know you don't have that card. Let's try talking to this Gryffindor.
Do you collect famous witches and wizards cards? I'll give you card number 36. Jocelyn Wadcock. For a number
Pretty sure I don't have that
84,
card.
Roland Gig.
I don't have that card.
Thought so. As you'll have noticed on the chat feed, Rush Lazar has said, "Lovely originality. Rare to see a live stream with such a classic like this." First in the comment, unfortunately, I can only do classic games like this because of the fact that my internet is not that great. And same to Eleanor Roberts, thank you for your comment. Oh my god, what a classic. I watched your original series a while ago, so awesome. I wanted to do this again because I felt that one wasn't as good as this one will be. It's going to be a lot less, well, there'll still be swearing, but it's... I just wanted to do a live stream just to see the popularity I would get out of this, really. And obviously, because I've got better upload speeds, I can now live stream 360p without buffering problems. I do get random warnings. I think I got like 1 warning last night from YouTube saying that it's not being sent fast enough, but it didn't seem to matter because I didn't get any more warnings after that. I remember in the PS1 version you could go into doors through here into like places that had prefix in them, and it was great having that addition of having prefix on the floors. It kind of made it less likely you could go and randomize. Yeah. I will take a break about halfway through the live stream, about, I don't know, maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I'll respond to some comments in the comments area or on feed. But we'll just see how I'm feeling, really. And I'm not going to do a back soon title. If I do a back soon title, it'll just be overpinning what's there already. I'm just noticing here that this looks a bit dark to you, so I'm just going to quickly sort this, just to make sure everything's okay. Because it is a bit dark. I'm going to put this back up. And put it back up to 124. I'm going to reduce the sharpness, it's just a bit too high. So I put it down to 7. Okay, so that should look a bit better for you guys now. It's not so sharp and not so bright. Anyway, here's Nearly Pointless Nick. He's actually completely pointless
Nick.
because this is his last appearance, as you'll all know.
A matter of no importance. It's just that Sir Properly Decapitated Podmore won't let me join the Headless Hunt. Apparently, they only accept huntsmen whose heads have completely parted company with their bodies.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, you're not,
Well,
Harry.
don't worry,
You're not
young
sorry to
Potter.
hear that at
As
all.
I said, it's a matter of no importance.
You don't actually care because it is a matter of no importance because the Death Day party does not exist. That's what I liked about the PS1 version. It did include, in fact that was the only version out of all of them that actually included the Death Day party, which was a nice touch to the originality of what J.K. Rowling was wanting.
Let's go outside to the flying pitch. We don't want Madam Hooch to be angry with us on our first day.
She won't be angry with you, Ron. She won't be angry with anyone, so don't worry. I like the background for when you go outside of Hogwarts during the day. It looks quite good, I have to say. It's a nice frontal view of the entire area of Hogwarts. It's a shame that most of these areas are basically unused after a couple of days. After a couple of missions, sorry. Like here's a bunch of Ravenclaws.
Next, Harry. I'll meet you outside the flying
Painted mouth Ravenclaws that basically speak lines but can't move their lips. And you can talk to them for cards. They're there all throughout the game until you get their cards. That's such a brilliant John Cleese impression. Yes, I agree for Nearly Headless Nick. It's a good attempt considering it's only 2 lines. And I just realised we don't have Defendo yet. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to show you this door. I think everyone knows about this door. It is a door that is only open on the first night of Hogwarts when you arrive at Hogwarts. You know, when you get spotted by Snape. And today, this is the only 2 days of the game when this door is open. All it does is lead you to a pointless platform that you can kill yourself from, basically. I mean, it's so great. Oh, I like that. Oh, invisible wall right there. And I'm trapped. I love it. And I like how Harry sometimes grabs the ledge to avoid falling off. I can fall off now. And he dies. I've killed Harry Potter. That's the end of the live stream. Nope, not true. Live stream continues because I can just go back in here and do it again just for a laugh. Once more. Oh shit. Harry Potter falls to his death right outside the flying pitch. Include log here.
I'm looking forward to this class, aren't you? Let's go in.
No, Ron, I'm not. Now, where the hell does Ron run to? I've never worked this out. Where does he go to? Or does he just go out distance? He goes out of distance, I think. There's still issues with the quality. Okay, can I explain what kind of issues there are? Because to me it just looks okay. Because I can't see what you're seeing. I just see a feed in OBS, but it looks a lot different to the feed in the thingy. I'll try to make the chat more visible, but I don't want to make it so visible that you can't see anything behind it. So let's try opacity 80. Does that look a bit better? I can't make it any bigger because it is it's widescreen, so
a refresher course is in order. Mr. Potter, would you
just
please
mute the
come over
TV so I
here
can
so we
talk
can
here.
run through the
Yeah, I can't
basics?
really make the chat any wider because it is fairly small
Please, will
anyway.
you fly up
Anyway, this is the
slowly?
flying class, but I'll respond to the other comments that are in the chat just in a second.
A good start.
Just after I've done this.
Now return to hover above the ground again.
Yes, Bruce configured, fine. Yeah, I know the chat's not really visible. I can't do anything
Good.
about that unless I made it a
These are
square
broom
box,
control,
which
however
might
basic.
crop some of the text
try
off, I'm not
something a
sure.
little more
I'll try
difficult.
to
I assume
sort
you
it
can
after
see
I've done
the
my break,
magical rings.
just to
Kindly fly through
see if I
them
can
all
sort
for
that
me.
out. I like that comment from Brony Dan. If any student finds themselves come to the suicide tower, I completely agree with you. Anyway, pointless little flying bit here, just fly through 14 green rings. I actually played this recently and got distinction for the first time ever, so I'm gonna not talk throughout the flying exam and basically try to get distinction again. It's bloody hard, but I got 86 rings, so it is possible. That's the first time I've ever done it, I can tell you.
Well done, Potter. I think you're ready to take this year's flying exam.
Obvious point
You
is
have
obvious.
approximately 2.5 minutes to fly through as many
So for
rings
the
as
next
you
2.5
can.
minutes, I probably
Your
won't
course
say
through the
anything,
rings
but
will get
chat
progressively
obviously, and I'll
more
try to
difficult,
respond to
and
the
only
comments
the most
after it.
expert flyers ever manage to complete it.
Complete focus is now necessary for this last little bit, because when it goes to the red rings, it gets incredibly difficult. So, as I said, let's focus for distinction. Should be possible to get them, but I'm going to stop talking now, just to do it. Come on. Shit. I think I'm about to get it, folks. And look at that. Distinction. I actually got 88 rings there. That's actually better than what I had before.
Congratulations, Mr. Potter. A truly outstanding performance. You really are one of the most talented flyers I have ever seen, and you deserve the highest grade, a distinction.
Thank you very much, Madam Hooch. It takes a lot of concentration to do that, I can tell you. All you get is 90 points for it, so it's not much of a benefit, really, to be honest with you. I suppose it gives you 10 extra
That
points.
was exhausting, Harry. I'm off to bed. See you later.
Ron doesn't do anything in this game. He just takes us to locations, complains that he's tired, and then pisses off. Someone commented on it earlier, and I responded to it a bit, but can you please mention what issues there are with the quality? Because it looks okay to me. I would have to wait till the end of the live stream to work out what the problem is, really, with the quality, because until I see it, I don't know what it is that the quality has a problem with, because it looks okay to me.
Brilliant.
Harry says brilliant when he finds someone else's merit badge. Exactly what our merit badge is for. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that the Harry Potter universe never really explicitly tells us. What's it for? Well, if you have any ideas what that merit badge could be for, let me know in the comments. Am I the only one that thinks Ron is incredibly lazy? No! Everyone thinks he's lazy, so you're not alone there. He's a lazy arse. That's what. Just gonna cast depend on these things to get beams. Let's head back in to get this merit badge to someone. This time around, I said before that I was streaming and recording it at the same time. I'm just streaming it. I'm not recording it to the disk at my computer because it's a waste of time because it's not like I'm going to be able to do anything with those files. So, not going to bother. I'm just going to live stream it all up to YouTube and not make a local recording because there's no point really. I mean, it's not going to do anything. Oh, I didn't realise that we could go down here and have a look and see if this prefect is still here. Oh, he is.
Gryffindor students are not permitted in here. No Gryffindors allowed.
Now, it's the same prefect from last night, but now he can't seem to move his lips. They've been glued together. How does that work? How can you be able to move your lips one night, and then next day they're sealed together and you can't talk? God. I think what I'll do is at the end of the night's mission, I'll take a break and then we'll go on to the next part of the live stream. Do quite a bit if I can. I might go over the 1.5 hour kind of point that I was thinking about doing, just simply to do a lot at once. Because I don't want to make these loads and loads of parts like I did for the actual Let's Play where it was like 36 parts or something. I just want to get through this as quickly as possible because this live stream was really just to gauge interest and get me into the other market, if you know what I mean. Oh, I love that. That camera, that stuck camera glitch is a great one. I love it. In my opinion, anyway. I think what I'll do is instead of using a back soon title on the video, I'll just put a broadcast alert at the top, or wherever the hell it appears. Just to say we'll be right back. Because that looks as if it's the easiest thing to do. I'll just stream video feed plus chat window. I don't know if it's just me, but is it just me or does the camera seem awfully far back from Harry? At that point. I noticed this when I was playing it recently. It seemed as if everything was going by very, very quickly compared to what it should do. I'm not sure why that is, but never mind.
Wattlebird.
I just said the password in front of everyone else. Ravenclaw now knows our password. Fuck. And I like how as soon as I walk away from the fat lady, she still keeps her passageway open. So basically anyone could come wandering in now that I've said the password. Oops. Game developer fail there. It could have at least made it close again.
You deserve a wizard card.
Yes. 19 cards already. Alright, let's read this next note. Can't do anything about that until we get a broomstick. Drackwind is saying, YouTube did let me know that this was happening despite sending a reminder. Oh, that sucks. I know that when the live stream goes live, an email gets sent out saying live on YouTube, this person is live streaming a video. So that sucks when YouTube doesn't send out the reminders properly, but good to have you here, Drac. House Cup ceremony time. Hopefully it goes well. Thanks for the background noise when I translate. Well, good. It's good that I'm providing a decent distraction for you.
Ravenclaw.
$40 points. I thought Ravenclaw was supposed to be the brightest people. Why the hell do they only have 40 points? Why the hell do they have less than Hufflepuff, which, according to the books, is meant to be the people who don't fit in any other house? So, how does that work? How the hell does the brainiest house in the game, aka Ravenclaw,
is in the
always
lead.
have less points than everyone else? Why are they always in 4th place? Ugh. Never mind. What I'm going to do is reduce the sharpness just a bit more. I'll reduce it to, I think, 5. I think 5 will do. Don't need anything stronger than that, I think. And I might as well just make the chat window just slightly more visible, like so. But I'll try and sort the box thing for that. Hopefully that'll sort it. I'll do that at my break, which will be coming up in a little bit. Then do this night mission. Right. Let's right, so Dean Thomas is there. Well, that's his bed anyway, and he's not in it. This is who's Neville's. He's not there either. Harry Potter's bed is empty, obviously. Ron Weasley's bed is empty, but that's kind of obvious. And this is Seamus Finnegan. And his bed's empty, so basically this dormitory is empty. It's hilarious when they don't even bother to put in at least some sort of object that that looks as if they actually care. Oh no, Hermione's got a quest for us, I think.
Harry, just the person I've been looking for. Something dreadful has happened to Neville. He
Something
got himself
dreadful.
trapped behind a tapestry.
That's so sarcastic, Hermione.
Me to get him out.
Would you? That's so kind of you, Harry. He's out here.
Neville? How did you end up back there?
He was looking
Why
for
doesn't he just
Seven
push the
Toes,
curtain
and
pie?
he went the
Or
wrong
unless it's a
way.
it's a
Now
heavy
he's
duty
stuck.
curtain with a blackout behind
can't
it as
you
well.
lift him out, Hermione?
I don't know how that works, but
No, I've tried everything.
never mind.
We need a severing charm.
And where am I going to find one of those at this time of night?
Exactly, Harry.
Biology Greenhouse 3 in the grounds. Except, to get in, you're going to have to find out how to...
How does she know this?
If you go to
Can
the
someone tell me
library,
how on
excellent
earth
book by Professor
Hermione
Lockhart.
knows all
That'll
this
tell you how to do
information
it.
about how Hogwarts works? How
Okay,
does she know that
so
the
I've got to
Defender
go
spell
into the
book is in
library on the
herbology?
second floor
And how
with a
do
copy
how
of
does she know that we've got to get a book to get in there
and then
to
go
get
out into
that?
the grounds and find
How
my
does that
way to
work?
Herbology Greenhouse to get the severing charm.
Don't ask, because I really don't know. I'm gonna save before we continue on. Yes, I agree, Drac. Let's let him suffer. Deserves it, in my opinion.
Flipendo!
Oh, camera glitch. There's a weird camera glitch that always happens at this point like that. I agree. I like how it just sounds like he's thinking, I know where this is going. Yes, I agree. And fuck, this camera angle is so shit. Let's get caught by a prefect. Well, let's actually hit him with a Flipendo spell instead. That works. Yeah, I know I'm right next to the door, but I want to have a bit of a laugh with this prefect, who cannot dock points from us because he's Gryffindor.
Ow! 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 Hey, you! Locomotor Mortis!
Yes.
You shouldn't be out at night. Go back
This
to
guy
the
also doesn't know how to speak. He can say the Locomotor Mortis spell by moving his lips, but when it comes to telling them off, actually, he cannot move his lips
Ow!
at all.
I must have been. What was that?
What was that? What? That person obviously going out of bounds. You can't be bothered to try and catch him. God, at least try. I know, I suppose it's against game limits, but never mind. Oh, is there a stream delay? I can't help that, sorry. If there's a bit of a buffer, I can't help that, sorry. Well, I suppose YouTube has an automatic delay anyway. I've not added any additional delays, so that's good enough. There's always at least a bit of a delay. And we have to go through a stealth section where they can't take points from you. find this is rather easy, and for some reason, I don't know why, but when you go into the reading room at this particular point, going to get the book, the prefects are basically walking across the stalls like this, but when you come back, oops, camera's fucked, but when you come back out, they go into a different patrol pattern which involves circling round certain blocks. I'm not sure why the developers did that. I don't know why they couldn't just standardise the prefects from the beginning.
What was that? Huh?
But never mind, let's just cast spells. Like this. Yeah, it's YouTube, there's an automatic YouTube delay, I remember. There's always an automatic 1 minute delay or something in all live streams by default. Now, what kind of crap I'm going to find in this library? Well, there's ghosts, and one thing about the library is that every spell you learn, either there's like one hidden area, so there's 4 cards behind 4 hidden areas for 4 different spells. So there's one for Scourge, Defendo, Incendio, and Aviforce, and of course you don't have to get them all at all, you don't have to, it doesn't matter. Let's just try and read some of these, because I did read these during the main Let's Play. And a storeroom where items confiscated from the students of all 4 houses were kept. I'm taking it that this is coming from Hogwarts History. Excuse me a sec. I assume that this is all snippets from Hogwarts History or something, because it kind of looks strange. This may still be in existence at Hogwarts, and in my time at the school, the key to this storeroom could be obtained by completing certain tasks. I can remember a certain incident that occurred in my 2nd year, whoever this is, involving a rather large sliver boy and a transfigured teapot, a girl called Squibbert. What? That's not a name. I suppose that J.K. Rowling had a lot of weird names. But a girl called Squibbert had transformed the teapot, rather than unsuccessfully I might add, into a spout-nosed ferret. The sliver boy decided that he would catch the transfigured teapot and proceeded to swipe at it with a butterfly net. We should actually try to make an anime. Do you know what someone should do? Someone should actually make an animation out of all these random snippets of information, in my opinion. Fuck, that was close. What's this one? Oh, this is just talking about Incendio. Don't care about that. Basically, these 6 book snippets are essentially telling you hidden ways to get wizard cards that are hidden in a really devious way by the developers. So they thought, let's put some hints in the book, in the game, in the library, to hint at these various wizard cards that most people wouldn't get. Don't care. That's why I'm skipping most of them. You can pause the live stream if you care to read those things.
A copy of Marauding with Monsters by Gilderoy Lockhart.
Why the hell is Gilderoy Lockhart's books all over the place? And basically, the only useful information out of this is Horklump. Everything about imps, fire crabs, and bullshit like that is not relevant. You don't need to read it because it's so blatantly obvious what you have to do. Yes, the prefects are the reason we had to get night vision knights in the 3rd game. Which kind of negated any reason to have prefects in the first place, to be honest with you. It just made it useless. Oh god. And fuck, my controller doesn't work properly and it doesn't register the target that I did there. Now this is easy enough to do, just get past the prefect like that. Easy enough. Just rush straight down the centre column and you'll be safe. I suppose the library is not really that useful. It's only useful for 2 night missions, and that's at the first one and the second one. But in a way, it kind of makes it true to the story, I suppose. Nothing in there, that's just transfiguration, waste of time. I like how in the second game, this one, there's a use for transfiguration, and then after that they just basically put it in just to complete the whole effect, because in the third game, Prisoner of Azkaban, which I'll probably live stream at some point as well, it basically was the first floor for transfiguration was absolutely useless. The only reason to go in there is if you needed to get notice board items and stink pellet pots and shit like that. Now this is rather easy to get past. Just wait for that prefect to walk all the way down to the end there, and when this guy down here goes past this, just run past. Hi Joxer, how you doing? Hope you will enjoy the live stream. I'm getting a bigger turnout this time around. I wonder if it's just because I've done it once and I've kind of spammed it. Well, I haven't spammed anyone, but I've kind of alerted on Twitter a lot more about the next live stream, so I suppose that works. Right, I'll be taking a break in 10 minutes, so we have to really complete this night mission in 10 minutes without getting caught. Now, you'd think that the grounds was difficult. It's not difficult at all, because there are 4 prefects. There's one over there that goes around this outer path here, one that comes up the tunnel, one in the cloisters that you never ever have to go in, which is that area down there, and there's one behind this wall which is easy enough to avoid. So just run straight over here, you'll see that other prefect there. Basically, these prefects are easy to get stuck into position, because if you're out of sight for a certain length of time, they just stop moving and they go into like a stuck animation or something. See, there's the other prefect there. Easy enough to avoid them all without anyone noticing you at all. All this just to get into the herbology greenhouse. Just leaving a comment in the window there just to show that I am there. Here, no, it's obvious I'm responding to comments. Balloon. I have never actually really used the luminous balloons. I find that they're kind of useless because you don't really need to, you really need to use anything to distract prefects. Now I know that you only need to take one of these away, but I'm just going to take 2 away for the sake of it. Now, oh shit, targeting work. Get rid of this. Is it Hort Club? That's what it is. And we'll get Defindo.
The Defindo spellbook.
And now we get to equip Defindo, third spell, which we arrange the spells like so. And over here is a card we can get, like so. And there's 20 cards. Health extension. Shit.
Nintendo!
You don't even need to get rid of this Hort Club, you can just get past it like so. I don't know why this door is locked at all. It says Herbology Greenhouse free, but that's not what's on the opposite side. That's so dumb. I think it's just because it's one door that's got a label. There, that's Herbology Greenhouse free. Out here it is not, so fail. I like the moon, but if you zoom in on it like this, it looks so fake. But if you don't zoom in on it, it actually looks semi-realistic. It's a shame that they don't have differing backgrounds, because you'll have noticed in the entrance hall that there was like sounds of like thunder or lightning outside, but when you go outside, there isn't any thunder or lightning there at all, which is odd. And yes, you can hear mandrakes in the greenhouse, which is fairly interesting. That I like that little addition. I suppose it's to make the fact that you can't.
What was that? What was that? Ow! 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 What was that? Ow! What was that?
See, if you cast loads of Diffindos like I just did there, while you can't see them, the game stops playing the music temporarily, which is hilarious. And so we're just going to hit that one prefect, which should be enough to get rid of that one. And make the other one run off. That I can get up here without any problem whatsoever. Try and get rid of this prefect as well. Nope, not there, so it's okay. No one coming up the tunnel. Perfect. Enter, stranger. I do have to admit that this first night mission is fairly self-explanatory and rather easy, because you don't really get you can't really get caught. I mean, it's so easy to avoid getting caught, but I suppose if you've never played the game before, it is sort of tough because you don't know where you're going. And I remember when I first started playing this game that I found it really difficult. Easy enough here to get up to the thing. Just cast a spell as soon as you enter on that hourglass. He'll run round and allow you basically free reign, sorry, to get up here to the door. But we're going to get a surprise now when we go back, which is not good. But I suppose that they have to kind of put in something related to the movie and the book and all that, don't they? Otherwise it'd be sort of useless. And this is why Nearly Headless Nick is basically completely and utterly meaningless. I'm going to try to see if I can see him. But okay. You can see the words on the wall, but nothing there. And if I walk up here...
Oh no!
Nearly Headless Nick has spawned, but the words were already there. You can't even read that text, probably.
What on earth is...
I couldn't even
What's
read it on my
happened
main
here?
feed anyway, so it doesn't
I
matter.
don't know. I found him like this.
Follow me, Potter.
Professor, I swear I didn't.
Of course you didn't do it, Harry, but we just have to introduce Professor Dumbledore, don't we?
Harry was taken to Professor Dumbledore's office,
Thank you very much, Stephen Fry, for reading this out.
where he came across the sorting hat.
Obvious much.
You've been wondering whether I put you in the right house. Yes, well, you were particularly difficult to place.
Nearly
But I
headless. How
stand
can
by
you be
what I
nearly
said
headless?
before.
I agree.
You would have done well in Slytherin.
According to the books, he
And he
basically
also
got his
discovered
head chopped
faults
off, but they didn't
Professor
do it properly,
Dumbledore's
so his head was still hanging on by a sliver.
Fascinating.
But I don't know how that
creatures,
works,
Phoenixes.
but...
They can carry immensely heavy loads. Their tears
But
are
apparently
flowing
Nearly Headless Nick
and
is
they
Nearly
make
Headless
highly
Nick.
faithful pets.
And you
of
probably
course,
are right
Professor
that the person who
Dumbledore
does
himself.
McGonagall does her voice in all the games. I think you're
know
right.
You're not the
Though I think that
attacker,
I
Harry,
don't know who does her
but
in
I
the...
must ask you whether there is anything you
I don't know who does her in Order of the Phoenix, because I'm not sure if it... I think it'll be someone similar to Maggie Smith, probably. I'm pretty sure it would be Maggie Smith doing it in a video game. Certainly not.
Let me tear you
Anything at all?
No, there isn't anything, Professor.
He's not actually... I mean, if you notice in that whole scene, Harry and Dumbledore are not actually looking at each other at all.
Night, Professor.
Which is funny. But never mind. So we had a weird, creepy voice, and Dumbledore doesn't suspect Harry, so what was the point of introducing Dumbledore at all at that point? Ugh. And if you go to Dumbledore's door, it says locked.
No way through there.
I wonder if you have to say a password at the door. Sherbet lemon.
Oh, locked.
Nope. Doesn't work. Never mind. Oops. No, it's...
Nintendo!
There we go. Get that thing to give me crap. All of that for one bean. That was a waste. Anyway, just exit out here, get up to the 7th floor and free Neville. I'll take a break when we get up there, by the way. As in, save Neville, that is. Because we've done 45 minutes, it's quite a bit of time. Need to go get more juice. It's certainly something to eat to keep me going. I think I could make the live streams more of a regular occurrence when I get back to university, because I'll have less time, so I can just hit up OBS, start a live stream, and just be done with it. Obviously, what I'll try to do is schedule them days in advance so that I know that I'm going to do them. But I'm certainly considering live streams as a kind of a benefit.
Locomotor mortis!
Yes, we know that's the spell.
Wattlebird.
Easy enough to avoid you. Can just get in here.
You!
Fail. Anyway, free Neville.
Nintendo!
He was just standing there.
Thanks, Harry. I thought I was never going to get out of there.
Nice one, Harry. Well, all this excitement has worn me out. I think I'll head off to bed.
But Hermione, nearly Headless Nick has been attacked, and I'll tell you in the morning.
She just walks off to nowhere, apparently. And we get a card for that, which is good. Right, I'm gonna go get the card that's inside this little room, because that's all that's in here. Don't know why Neville couldn't have just picked it up. But never mind. Right, I'm going to take a 5-ish minute break before I continue streaming, so I'll leave you here in the Gryffindor common room, and feel free to comment below, but I'm just going to take a small break, but I'll leave the live stream running, obviously. Right, we're back on for another 45-minute-ish amount of live streaming. I went ahead and made the chat window a bit bigger. What I've done is I've basically made my little window for the pop-out really narrow and made the feed but on the live stream a bit bigger, so hopefully that works out better. I'm just going to take a save before I do anything else, because this game is prone to, if I haven't mentioned it before, it's prone to a lot of glitching with loading screens and then you have to reload, so just saving frequently helps. I hope that that broadcast alert worked, because I just put it to "we'll be right back." I hope it worked. It'd be good if it did. I've got a couple of comments during that break there, and Draquin said, I hope you don't fall into the live streaming trap though. I've seen so many YouTubers die off because of it. Yes, I'm not going to fall into that. I already responded to this in the comments and you can see that on the feed. But the regular content, the regular uploads that I've been doing for the last 6 years, they're going to continue as normal. This is really just a bit on the side just to try and gauge interest, test the boundaries of my connection, and give me some other focus while I'm at university, because when I'm at university I'll be quite busy with, you know, doing work, and there's going to be a lot of work this semester, so I'm not going to have much time to do recorded content as normal. But we'll see. I'll try to slip in the odd video every so often.
We've got first thing?
It's Defense Against the Dark Arts, Harry, with Gilderoy Lockhart. I can't wait.
Me neither.
Let me know if the chat feed bit in the stream is just a bit too big, and I'll narrow it down. Because it does look a bit big, but we'll see, I'm not sure. Let me know if it's a bit too big for me, thanks. So we're going to go and do Defense Against the Dark Arts, which completely invalidates any reason for Gilderoy Lockhart to continue existing. And the 3 students who were out there yesterday have gone. I love that. I'm just going to finish off the little break that I was having just there, as in my juicing food. I was able to eat a bit of my food and drink some juice in all of that 30-second loading screen, which is good. Down here and round. I'm going to let Hermione just get in before I do anything else, just let her catch up. Oh, there she is.
Come on, Harry. Professor Lockhart's waiting.
Certainly not a health and safety approved door. That... a spike shield. Ow, 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 I'm getting stabbed. Quite literally. This is basically the only reason why Gilderoy Lockhart even exists in the game, is for this.
Can everyone see me? Can you all hear me? Excellent.
In the PC version, he has a huge role in it, and the PS1 version, he has a bigger, about a similar size role.
If you'd like to come forward, the Expelliarmus spell challenge is through here. What you have to do is to find the Expelliarmus spellbook somewhere beyond the portrait. Once you have the spellbook in your possession, the Expelliarmus spell will be yours to use as you see fit. You
know, I said in the live stream before that you only see Snape at the bit where he catches you coming out of the Whomping Willow section, and you don't see him until the end of the game. I completely forgot that he appears in this bit with Defense Against the Dark Arts, so I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made that mistake. But we all forget things easily, so it's not a big deal. I climb through the climb hole. A ridiculous number of doors slam us in, preventing us leaving. I'm just going to give you a second to listen to this music track because it's great in my opinion. In my opinion, it's like a variant of the soundtrack that plays when you go into the upper castle in the PS2, the PS1 version of Chamber of Secrets, if you remember that track. This is the only button that you can't hit with a flipendo for some weird reason, but you can't. You've got to push it. Draco just said, "How dare you forget something? Unsub." Well, you are not a loyal viewer at all, are you? Come on, why are these spells not hitting? You can hit, just target with flipendo and it'll hit, regardless of like seeker feed, if you know what I mean. Just come on, hit. Come on, hit. Get away. Oh, it's seeking now, isn't it? I like how it just seeks when it feels like it. Oh, there it is. Die, balls, die. Ah, there we go. Oh, no. Now it is. There we go. So basically, the Expelliarmus book is behind this. And all we have to do is find some way of getting this to go down. Fairly boring task in my opinion, but never mind. Over here there is absolutely nothing. It's just a... don't know why I'm climbing up there, but basically if you cut that Defendo curtain down, there's a door that leads to a Wiggenweld filling up thing, which we don't need because we've got full health anyway, so it doesn't matter. So through this door. Push the button. The most obvious thing to do is push the button. I never really liked this task. You'll remember when I did the Let's Play, I basically jumped off one of the things and fell into the pit, which was funny. I'm just going to throw some of these off just to get them out of the way. Like so. Because they're just going to get in my way. Oh, that works. Push button. I don't know if it's just me, but I'll punch. Oh no, it's not. It's just a. Just drop that one. This is an easy way of dropping him. I suppose he's falling off the edge. Oh, they're still down there. That's okay. You need a couple down there in any case because why not? Oh, shit. The change in perspective like that is always so very annoying because you can never then see where the hell you're thing is supposed to go. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to be careful, obviously, not to jump right off and, you know, fall into the pits of death. Like so. Now they always have to put in stuff into challenges, so this one will crash down to the bottom. The easiest way to get down there is to simply push against that bit. You'll jump onto the... shit. You'll jump onto like an invisible ledge of sorts. For the upturned thingy, if you know what I mean. Pressing the button will get you back up. Don't know why they have to do that, but I suppose they have to have variety. Actually, I'm just going to turn the TV off. It's on at the moment, but I don't need it on. Alright, along this bit. There. That was the most awkward one because it's the furthest over. Now, if you somehow happen to have lost health, open his chest up and there is a chocolate frog there that you can take. Apparently I did lose health at some point. I didn't know when I lost health, but never mind. Point made, maybe Gilderoy Lockhart? How the hell are you supposed to get past that? It's going too fast. I was watching retro game walkthrough, which he did years and years ago. He no longer does walkthroughs, but he completely forgot about this little trick here to slow down the thing. And he thought he just had to walk right through it, but no, you don't do that. Now, do I fall off here? Yes. Now, is that enough to stop the imps from respawning? No, they'll just keep respawning anyway. I wonder where this door leads.
Oh, locked.
Nowhere, probably. Probably a hidden part of the Expelliarmus spell challenge or something. Into this fiery room. You'd think that this was the Glacius spell challenge or something. You'd think. Anyway. Just knock out all these imps. They don't do anything. They're just annoying. You really want to knock them out, otherwise they will obviously do damage, which you don't really want. Hit these. I wonder if the burn marks are from years of being pointed in the wrong direction. It just burnt it. Possible. I agree with you, Drag. This is child abuse. Quite literally. You cannot... That was a weird glitch with it. Look at the shadow down below. It's just circling like crazy. Oh, this chest. If you somehow manage to get burnt from any of that, there's another chocolate frog right here, which I'm just going to take anyway. Drac apparently supports it. Oh dear. Sadist in chat. Yeah, I don't mean it, you know that. Cut this to get out, basically. Well, I can open that door again and go that way. But there's no reason to, because you can't get out that way anyway. But just basically drop there and you will eventually fall down at some point. I'm not going to save again, let's just go in. Gold door apparently for the... Is it a gold door? Yeah, it's a kind of a coloured door almost, to signify that this is a spell challenge area. Why the hell are you going to put the spell book above this tower? Does it even have a base? It probably does and you can't even notice it. But we'll get this silly, stupid spell book and just get on with it. Obvious. Spell is obvious. When you learn a spell, you'd be expected to use it in some way. Now this is easy enough. You can either stand here and just cast a spell at the right time, or you can stand back a bit like this and just cast a spell at the right time and deflect the This is basically like tennis, essentially. You're hitting the bat to bat, but the guy doesn't always rebound it, essentially. That's all this is. It's just the Harry Potter version of tennis. I did try at one time to hide behind the pillars. I'm actually going to do that. If I just stand here, I think he just turns around and does nothing. He just throws it into the wall, essentially, which is funny because all those missed. Yeah, he does turn on a pedestal, essentially. And I missed that. That was damn. That was damn. That was dumb. That was what I meant to say. You really have to stand out in the open for this to work, otherwise it doesn't work. Don't try standing behind the pillars, it's a waste of time. God. That one comes in a bit deeper, so you might hit that wrongly and fuck things up, essentially. Oh, that was just shit up. Glitch much? That's happened to me before. It's a weird glitch, that one. Bouncing now, apparently. Oh, come on, die. That just went off in a completely wrong direction, apparently. Oh, come on, can we just hit this damn thing? Why is this going to be so long dragged out? Come on. And he dies. I think there's a bit of rubble that comes off of that when you do that. It's actually kind of cool that they managed to get that effect to work. But meh. It's an easy enough battle if you know what to do. And the gates will now lift to let us out. Through the door. Get back to Lockhart and tell him the job's done. I can't imagine that he'll send every other student into this torture pit, because I think you'll have noticed most of that challenge required you to know how to use Diffindo. Now, if you haven't gone out of the dormitory at night to go get the Diffindo spellbook from the Herbology greenhouse, you basically cannot get Expelliarmus. Which basically means you can't complete any other classes, because later classes expect you to know how to use Expelliarmus. So apparently it's more of a Diffindo challenge than anything else. Why didn't you just call it a Diffindo challenge, but you really actually learn Expelliarmus at the end of it? Never mind.
Well done, Potter. 40 house points for Gryffindor. Now, I'd like you to use the Expelliarmus spell you've just acquired in a real duel.
A real duel being just a little hit about with Malfoy to do exactly the same thing that you just did.
First duelist to gain 5 points wins the duel. Cross the line and you lose a point.
Very well then. Wands at the ready. When I count to 3.
Scared, Potter? You wish.
1, 2, 3.
Now how does he get across the line? Because he was on the other side of it a second ago. This is easy enough. Just hit Expelliarmus. And then hit a Diffindo to stop him from casting Expelliarmus in return. Fairly easy. The battles later get difficult. That hit him on the head. Damn it. That's going too far because he's dancing around like a pillock. Stop moving. There. Got him at last. Well, one more hit. Just out of curiosity, just to kind of open a discussion here in the comments section, because it's kind of looking as if it's died. What other kind of games would you like me to live stream? Bearing in mind they have to be PS1 or PS2 games. Either ones that I've currently done, because I'm going to focus on ones that I've done just to kind of do them first, maybe bad quality ones. So out of the PS1 or PS2 games that I've done, which one would you like me to live stream after this one? Comment below and I'll consider
Harry.
each of them on their
Why
own
didn't you
merit and just see
tell
which one I feel
us?
like
I'm a
doing,
what?
basically.
A parcel mouth? You
Just
can
trying to
talk
open a bit of a discussion
snakes.
up here in the comments area.
So, does it matter?
It matters, Harry, because being able to talk to snakes. was
Shock
what
horror,
Salazar
apparently
Slytherin is famous for.
Harry can
That's
speak
why
to
the people of
snakes.
Slytherin House is a serpent.
Now, the
That
whole
means that
school's
he
going to be
is
great,
related
great,
to
great,
Slytherin,
great
apparently.
grandson or something.
That's the
But
logic
I'm
that they
not.
use in this.
You'll find
Basically,
that hard to prove.
I
He lived
assume
about
that
1,000 years ago. For all we know, you could be.
Anyway,
because you can
we've got
learn
Quidditch
know how to
matches
speak to
next
snakes,
at
that
the
means you must be
Quidditch
related to
stadium.
Salazar
I'll meet you
Slytherin.
in the entrance hall, Harry.
Logic much. Now, for some reason at this point in the game, the button to zoom, when you press in the right analog stick, just stops working for no apparent reason at this point in the game. And when you finish the Quidditch practice later, it starts working again. I'm not sure how that works, but I don't know why they have to disable that zoom thing. I'm not sure why. Because it should really stop working because nothing's changed. I got a comment here, can you live stream Harry Potter and PS1? Do you want to do Philosopher's Stone or Chamber of Secrets? Can't do Toy Story 2 because I have never had that game. I would need to purchase it and I would have to do it as a normal Let's Play anyway. Rather than a live stream. And honestly, the live streams are just going to be more of a random thing if I can't be asked recording anything else or if I don't want to record. But yeah, which Harry Potter on PS1 is it? Philosopher's Stone or the Chamber of Secrets? Jack and Dax, I've only got them on PS3, so can't do them. Sorry, I can't live stream PS3 games. It wouldn't work on my connection as it is at the moment. Because I did purchase the original CD versions, the PS2 ones. I just purchased the collection ones that were on PS3 store, so I wouldn't be able to do that one. Sorry. Maybe at some point in the future I might get better internet to allow me to upload at a higher data stream, and maybe I'll be able to do Jack and Dax, as I say. And yeah, I can do Philosopher's Stone. It should take too long to do that one. I think it might be 2-ish, 3 sessions, I'm not sure. But I could do that at some point maybe. Just to kind of build a bit of variety.
And of course, Salazar Slytherin was a parcel mouth, which means that his heir should be too.
Stop it!
Yes.
Talked to any interesting cobras lately, Potter?
No.
Stop it! Harry! Stop! Harry!
I'm killing these Slytherins with Flipendo. This one apparently can't say anything. He's a silent guy who doesn't out his pain.
I'd watch your back if I were you, Potter. Ouch!
I would say, basically, if you have a look through my playlists and look at all the ones that are marked as PS1 or PS2, basically go for ones there. I'm going to avoid ones like Rayman 3 for the PS2, because I do have that one, but I've just never completed it. And Pac-Man World 3 is just way too long, and I just couldn't be arsed doing that game again. So if you just have a look through the games that I've done that are PS1 or PS2 games that are on my channel so far, that will give you kind of an idea of the kind of games that I can live stream. But this might be quite a long time later when I do more live streams. I just want to do a live stream at the moment because I can't be arsed uploading the Skyrim videos that I've got. I mean, I'm going to upload the ones I do have over the next couple of days and get them up before I go back to uni. Can I talk to this person?
Do you collect famous witches and wizards cards? I'll give you card number 78.
I think I already have
Orsino
98, I'm not
Thrusting,
sure.
For number 98, Dimphna Firmage.
Here you are.
Well, I must have had it, so there we go, I've got another card. This one's stopping because of me. Oh, Ron's waiting for me patiently.
Do you want
Bill,
to swap famous witches and wizards cards?
Try and change
I'll
some
give
cards,
you
get rid of
card
these
number
guys.
23, Glenda Chittock, for number 27, Mirabella Plunkett.
Okay.
Oh, we've
let's
got that
swap.
one, that's good. Do I have this one? If I have this one, that'll make a set.
Famous witches and wizards cards. Do you? I'll give you card number 75, Mungo Bunham, for number 13, Andros.
I think I have that one, I'm not sure.
I don't have that
No,
card.
you don't have that one at this point in the game, never mind. You'll see Ron there trying to get your attention.
Harry, stop it!
Now you can either go this way or you can go to the left and off that cliff edge. But I'm just going to go round here. I'm just going to cut corners. I wonder if Hogwarts had a really huge amount of rain and flooded. I wonder if all this would get flooded as well. I wonder what would happen then. That would be quite interesting. Maybe someone should make an animation where Hogwarts at this game gets flooded and it fills up this whole area and basically Hogwarts gets stranded like a moat. Yeah, I could do Madagascar. That was a fairly poor quality one. There was a lot of coughing and shit like that. I could do that one again. I do have Ratchet and Clank one, but like with Jack and Daxter, it is the PS3 version, so I wouldn't be able to do that as a live stream at this point. Sorry. A lot of the games that I have on PS3, which are remasters of PS2 games, are because I didn't have them before and I was getting them just because they were on offer, because I needed to cover those games as well because they look like interesting games. I'd seen a few videos from another YouTuber and it looks like a really great game, so I thought I might as well buy it when it came onto the PS3 store.
Oh.
Random ow from Harry there. I don't know why, but never mind.
I'm certain we're good enough, but we're definitely going to have to practice a lot harder.
I don't think you could do any faster than 52 seconds in the second part of practice, as far as I can recall, and I just missed that ring as I always do.
When you fly through a ring, it adds to your broom's magical charge. And
Stated the obvious much. Why is everyone frozen in mid-sentence? Now, you can come back into the Quidditch stadium after this to improve on your grade if you want. I'm not sure if you can do it after matches or what, but
great going, Potter. Your broom's halfway charged. Keep it up.
If you come back in here and you don't have a distinction grade, then you can come in and try and improve your grade to get more points. But if you've just got distinction in the first round, then every time you come back, he'll just say you need to practice harder. Just Spyro on PS1. I don't have Spyro on PS1, but I'm looking at getting the emulated version that's on the PS3 store. I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream it or not, though. That's the only problem. There are a lot of games that I would like to have had on the PS1, but I just never bought because back then I was hard up and I didn't really play video games the way I do now, because before it used to be like one of those kind of, it was really just like something I did as a kind of a bonus, so I never got to play on the PS2 much. PS1 I only played on it a little bit, and it was basically like my reward for the week kind of thing, so I wasn't really hooked on video games as much as I am now. Fuck off, Wood. Why the hell did you have to do that? See, I love the games that I would get on the PS3 store because I didn't have them before. It's a shame, I know. I wasn't really as a gaming nut as I am now. If you could call me a gaming nut, that is shit.
You're close enough to the snitch now, but you
I mean, I probably if I had probably got all these games a long time ago, then I probably wouldn't have purchased them on the PS3 either, so long-winded answer there, I know, sorry, but I wouldn't be able to do Spyro. I could do something like Rayman, but that was a hard game in general. But we'll see. I mean, I'll have to try and see if I can stream Spyro from the PS3 through the rock seal, because I would have to use the rock seal for it. I'd just stream it at a low resolution, something like 480p, I'm not sure, and see if that works. Right, practice time. This is fairly easy. Just keep going through the rings. Don't boost until you're halfway near the snitch and then you'll reach it, and then just keep going through the rings. I keep the game suggestions coming in, I'll try to respond to them live here on the live stream just before I end it, because it's getting up to an hour and a half, so I'm probably going to have to end the stream. Scooby-Doo Knife 100 Fridays, that is a good suggestion. I might do that one again because I really like doing it. Again, it would be a non-100% obviously. Shit. Yeah, obviously it would be a non-100%. But I'll try. Ah, there we go, caught with a snitch. Yeah, I could do Scooby-Doo Knife 100 Frights, no problem. So I'll just see if I can do that, maybe. Oh, give me the snitch, goodness.
Incredible flying, Potter. Even Madam Hooch would
I
have
wonder
to
what
give
time
you
I
a
did
grade.
that in. 55, yeah. I don't think you can get any less than 50 seconds on this. It's impossible, I think. Unless someone wants to prove me wrong and showcase a video where they got less than 50 seconds on that without cheating, that would be interesting, but usually 52, 55 is
Don't let Professor
easy enough to
McGonagall
get.
find out, but here, take this broom and get in as much practice as you can.
Why the hell does Professor McGonagall need to not find out? She gave us this broom in our first year. Why the hell does it matter to us if she finds out? Because it's her broom anyway. How the hell does that work? It says take this broom. It's actually a Nimbus 2000. I mean, that doesn't make sense. It's like he's giving you your own broom back. Oh, this game never ceases to surprise me. Soundtrack completely out of time with the animation there. Flying at night is strictly forbidden. It's actually amusing because he said it's strictly flying at night is strictly forbidden in this game, but if you have played the Philosopher's Stone PS2, you can fly about at night as much as you want without being punished. It's great, isn't it? Bit closer comfort there, weren't you?
Hello there, Hermione. What's the matter? Malfoy showed up while you were practicing in the Quidditch stadium. He's been made Seeker after his dad brought his way onto the team with a whole set of Nimbus 2001s. Hermione said something about it and he called her a filthy mudblood. A what? A mudblood?
He called her filthy
It's a really
mudblood. It's
disgusting name for someone
filthy
who was born of
mudblood. Fuck's
non-magical
sake.
parents. There are some wizards, like Malfoy's family, who think they're better than everyone else.
All this
Anyway,
scene is
it's a
for
horrible
is to
thing to
introduce
say.
what Hagrid
If it
would have
hadn't been
said.
for Hagrid showing up, I'd have cursed him.
He's not worth the
I
trouble,
agree.
I suppose you're right.
Anyway, I'm tired and I'm off to bed. Let's go.
Yes, I agree, Hermione. It is getting late for me now as well. We're coming up to an hour and a half and I'm about to end the live stream. It's been an interesting one. We've done quite a bit. And I got a lot more audience participation this time around, which is good. And I also managed to include the video, the chat feed into the live stream as well. And for some reason the Zoom button starts working here. I'm not sure why, but it suddenly decides to work. I think that must have been a game coding glitch or something. Now I want to just fly a second, because I'm going to go get a telescope before we do anything. That music gets on my fucking tits, I can tell you. It's so annoying. I preferred the Philosopher's Stone PS2 in that regard because it actually it did disable the music after a while, which was good. Now let's see, can I get this glitch to happen again? Oh shit. Fly right over the top of the thing I do there. Come on, get up the broom, Potter. God.
Brilliant.
I agree, they are petty children, Drac. Absolutely petty as fuck. Anyway, I'm going to leave you abandoned on the top of this thing. Actually, no, let's not leave you as abandoned here. I'll not get off. I'm just going to go through this tunnel for the laughs that it generates. Ow. What the fuck? Ow, ow, ow. Bang. Crash, bang. What? Harry is now officially dead. Drax said, I don't really think the Chinese speedy video well. I wanted to test to see how it would work in the live stream and see what people thought. And there's Ron running off back down there again. That happens in this particular day. He will be in the cloisters, and then if you go up to him, then he'll run off back down there for some reason. I don't know why. Not sure why. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for this live stream. Thank you everyone for participating. I'm just going to respond to a couple of comments now. So if you've got any last minute comments, post them now in the chat and I'll try and answer them in the video before we cut the live stream off. I agree with you, Dracquid. I wanted to test to see how the live stream would look with the video feed and then the chat feed. But with this kind of video, it just doesn't work, I don't think. For the next video on, your comments will no longer show up on the feed. It'll just be the video feed and I'll just have to read out comments. And therefore your comments won't have a legacy. So I will not use the window capture. I'll have the chat open, but I just won't include it in the feed next time. I didn't mind the PS2 version of the Philosopher's Stone. It was alright. It did have some horrible bugs. Like the game would completely freeze up for absolutely no reason, and things like that, and it was awkward because it froze up at the most irritating times possible. Anyway, if you've got no lasting questions, don't forget I will be on the Discord server for the next hour before I go to bed, and then I'll upload the next Skyrim video after this. Okay, so thanks for watching the live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you later. I'll let you know on Twitter when I'm going to do the next one. I'll maybe put it a notice in the next video or something. I'm not sure. No, actually, whenever I get onto Skyrim next. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Bye.